This is definitely the most even cut that we've had out of any of the mowers so far in this Mow & Acre series. Hey guys, this is Brent with Western Equipment. We're here today with our next video in the Mow & Acre series. If you haven't caught one of our Mow & Acre videos before, I would highly encourage you to go check out our YouTube page and see those. Here's going to be a link to one of them above here. But if you haven't seen one, what these videos are is each week we take a brand new John Deere mower out to this acre of grass to show you exactly how it performs and just how fast we can cut this entire acre. So today what we're going to be featuring is a 2019 John Deere Z740R. Now, the Z740R is a brand new mower this year, a part of the brand new Z700 series. So this is going to be a gap filler in the Ztrak lineup. If you want to see a full product overview, you can click this link above here, as we've done a full complete product overview and walk around. Some of the things that this mower is going to have that's going to be a little different, of course, than the Z3s that we've previously done is obviously it's a lot bigger frame mower here. We've jumped up 2 classes, going from the Z3. You have Z5s, which we will hit on eventually, and then here are the Z7s. Now, some of the things that this mower has, it's going to have a 60-inch 9-gauge steel deck. Now, how this compares to the Z3s is we're looking at 11-gauge steel there, so we're moving up to almost more of a commercial-sized deck there. We've got a 24-inch high back, mechanically weight-adjusted seat here. Now, this is going to play a big key role in the ride quality of this mower, as we can turn that dial and turn it up to the weight of the operator. So I've got it dialed in there to my weight. We've also got on this mower the Michelin Xed Wheels. These are going to be an airless rear tire. Some of the great things about these means no punctures. They also have a lot more flex, and it flexes evenly across the surface of that tire, also adding to that ride quality. So lastly, here at the back, what we've got is we've got a 23.5 horsepower Kawasaki engine. Now, this engine is specifically built for this size of mower. It's going to have plenty of torque to turn those blades and to get that cut quality that we're looking for. And you also have here the commercial grade air filter system. So today, guys, kind of our conditions, it's about 105 degrees outside with the heat index. We're probably looking closer to 107, 108. So very hot temperatures here. The mower's gonna work really hard. We're gonna go out here and see just what our grass height looks like. We're going now on actually about 9-10 days between cuttings, so the grass has gotten a little thicker, a little heavier. We haven't had much rain, but if you look out across here, you can see that it's really thickened up, and we're pretty tall in some places. So I'm gonna take my pin here and stick it down. Now, the tops of some of these heads are way above here, the top of my pin, but if we're looking at the average grass height here, we're probably about here up on the pin clip. So if we go to measure that, we're looking at a good 4 3/4 inches there. So we're going to be mowing at setting on 3 on this mower, just like we have with all of our others. The top speed on this mower is going to be 10 miles an hour, which is 3 miles an hour faster than the previous Z3s at 7. So we're going to have more speed. We're also going to have that 60-inch deck, which is 6 inches bigger than our previous Z375R model. So we're going to hopefully be able to kick that mowing time up quite a bit. So on the Z375R, we're looking at just a touch under 30 minutes. So we're going to see just exactly what we can do with this 740R. So before we get started, I'm going to hop on here. I'm going to turn the mower on, let you see how it runs, hear how it runs, engage those blades, show you how it disperses those clippings. I'll start the time, and then we'll get to mowing. One thing I would notice, guys, when I first sit on this thing with that high back and that mechanically adjusted weight seat, you have a lot of give in this seat, very comfortable. That extra back support is going to make for one heck of a ride quality there. So from here, we'll start it up. I've got my height here set at 3 for cutting. I'll go ahead and dial this back a little bit and engage the blades. Go ahead and rev it completely up. One thing too about this mower is we do not have a parking brake to disengage. Once we bring these levers in, that has disengaged our parking brake. If I throw them out, re-engages that parking brake. So guys, from here, we'll set our mower down and start mowing. Go ahead here and start that time. We're in a little thinner grass here, so it's going to be a bit hard to see on some of those clips. But guys, it's throwing them well on the edge of that driveway, so we'll just keep going from here. Okay guys, so we just finished our Mowing Acre series with the 740R, and before I show you this time, even though I know you can see it there on the screen, I'll let you know I'm a little bit disappointed. As we see here, we're at 27 minutes 49 seconds. Now I say I'm a little bit disappointed just because I assumed, you know, with the top speed of 10 mile an hour, which is 3 mile an hour higher than the previous Z340R, and you know, with the extra 6 inches going up to the 60-inch deck as opposed to the 54, I guess just in my head I was assuming, you know, knocking off a lot more minutes, you know, than just the 2 that we've seen here. But guys, some of the things I would say, we talked a little bit about in the beginning of the video, ride quality and expecting with this seat, with the adjustable weight suspension here, and the addition of the Michelin wheels, you know, the airless tires there that have the extra give in them for the ride quality. I would tell you that going over this terrain, we've talked about it in previous videos, that this may look super flat, it's very uneven, very bumpy. The ride quality was awesome. Guys, I'm not tired, my back's not sore, I don't feel like, you know, I've been bounced around in this thing. As I'm going over those bumps, this seat has plenty of give to really make that fluid going over. The extra give in these tires, not having that air like in a pneumatic tire go from side to side as I'm going over those bumps, these staying flat against that ground, really adding to a great ride quality here. So that, very impressed with. The other thing that I'd say is, guys, this is definitely the most even cut that we've had out of any of the mowers so far in this Mowing Acre series. So I'm looking out across here. Part of that has to do with the fact that, again, in this video we did adjust these anti-scalping wheels. Also, another thing about this mower, being as it's a bigger, heavier mower, we also have the bigger, heavier mower deck and the heavier linkages here. So what that's doing is that's allowing for more support there for that deck to, you know, lessen the wiggle that it's going to have in it. Also, just being that bigger, bulkier, heavier material just doesn't allow for as much bounce. So you just don't have as much of that here. So as we look across it, very smooth, had very few spots maybe that we scalped just a little bit. Like I said, we were cutting off a good 1.5 inches here in most places. Some places out there on this north side, you know, where you're cutting off closer to 2 or 2.5, is a lot thicker as it is out in that area. But guys, overall, very impressed with this mower. Had plenty of power, like I said, with that 23.5 horse engine to spit those clippings out, make a real pretty disbursement out across that yard. Very impressed with this. So, you know, if you guys were watching this, you know, if you have this Z740R, if you're looking into one of these, like I said in the beginning of the video, definitely go check out on our page that product overview of this machine. And if you're comparing this to maybe a different size of Ztrak or maybe even tractor style, go and check out our other Mow and Acre series videos on there as well. Guys, if you aren't subscribed to our channel, I'd ask you to do that. I'd also ask that if you like this video, definitely like it, leave us a comment below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.